الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا
लोगों को आगे बोला लेना प्लीज, आगे बीच में बोल के अब छोड़िए, बच्चों की छुट्टी हुई, हरी जगह रख के बैठे हुए हैं किसी, ठीक नहीं
If I can ask the brothers to fill in the gaps, inshallah, and move forward. If you see any gaps in front of you, please move forward, because we're expecting more brothers to come. It is a school holiday, so please move forward. If you see any gaps in front of you, please move forward, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن عدة الشهور عند الله 12 شهرا في كتاب الله. الآية. وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: نعمتان مغبون فيهما كثير من الناس الصحة والفراغ. Honorable brothers, respected elders and listeners, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The ayat that I've recited before you from the Quran tells us that out of the 12 months in the year, 4 of them are sacred. One of them is the one that we are in right now, which is Muharram. It is a sacred month. The month's name itself tells us how sacred it is, it's called Muharram. The word Muharram comes from the word Tahrim. Tahrim means to consider something or to make something sacred, to make it special, to make it beyond something that you can mess with. It is clean, it is pristine, it is sacred. So this month is sacred as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it. The hadith that I recited before you, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, there are two bounties of Allah that most people are cheated out of because they don't use it wisely, because they don't think of it as something that they need to look after. One thing is that your health, sihha, and the other one is faragh, free time. Putting both of these two together, the ayat and the hadith, the thing that we learn from it, first and foremost, is that if you look after time, then time will look after you. Our life is a collection of moments, seconds, minutes, hours, months, years, decades. That's all our life is. And once those seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, and decades run out, then our life has run out as well. So now that from the Islamic calendar, 1444 has elapsed. That's 1 year out of our life. 1 year less from our life. Time is lessening from our life. However long we had to live, it is becoming less with every passing year. This new year, 1445, it is a new year, but it is one of the last years that we're going to be remaining on this earth. How long do we have left? Only Allah knows. A smart person, when they lose something, when they are realizing that they're missing something, they don't become happy by that. They don't now start to celebrate. They don't become unmindful and heedless. They become alert. It's like a person driving a car and they just filled up the tank, but they see the petrol gauge just going down. They think, why is it going down so quickly? They realize there must be a hole in the tank. The petrol is all falling out. I need to go to the garage. A person looks at their bank account and they see, wait a minute, I'm not making all of these transactions. What's going on? Where's all this, these charges going? Obviously, the first person they blame is the wife. You see, you've been taking my card. She says, no, I haven't touched your card. So where are all, now it turns out somebody's cloned their bank details, and now some scammer is making all the, now they make a phone call to the bank and say, freeze my account, somebody's got my bank. Person's not going to say at that point, no, let him, doesn't matter, I've got plenty of money. I've got plenty of money, let him spend, like, it's sadaqah for that person. Right? As soon as a person realizes that something's being taken away from them, they don't become happy. They don't start celebrating, and they don't become unmindful, they become alert. Our time is running out on this earth. When we look in the mirror, we see the loss in our life. If a person was young and their skin was nice and soft, slowly they began to see wrinkles in their face. The lovely, luxuriant, dark hair, young hair that used to bend in any direction, now slowly white hairs are starting to appear. A person's strength in their body starts to lessen. Before they could do things very quickly, now they do the same things and they're huffing and puffing for air. Now aches and pains everywhere. Now more frequent visits to the doctors. Time is running out. Even if a person is young, 10, 15 and 20, We shouldn't think that I don't see any signs of old age. How long do you have to live? How long has Allah Ta'ala left for you in this life? You should be worried about that. You should be concerned about that. Look after time, and time will look after you. All of these minutes and hours and years that are going past, if you use it for beneficial things. And what do I mean by beneficial thing? Two things. If it benefits your dunya or benefits your deen, then it's beneficial. If you're using that time to benefit yourself in the dunya, something that you need to do in your life, something to do with your health, your wealth, your job, your family, your community, anything that you do in order to improve these things, this is good benefit. And of course, the greatest benefit is something to do with your deen. If you're benefiting yourself in deen, that's good time well spent. But if it's not benefiting your dunya and it's not benefiting your deen, it's a waste of time. And if you're wasting your time, this is the greatest valuable thing that you have in your hand. More greater than wealth, more greater than anything that you possess. Time is the most valuable thing. Because wealth, as the Arabs say, al-malu ghadin wara'ih. Right? Money comes and goes, but it'll come. It goes as well, but it can come back. But time that is gone, it will never come back. Look after time, and time will look after you. But misuse time, and time will come back to haunt you. The Arabs have a very nice saying, al-waqtu kas-sayfi illam taqta'hu yaqta'ka. Time is like a sword. If you don't use it to cut things, it will cut you. Like the analog clock is a very nice example of that. Digital clocks, you don't get that picture. You see the second hand hacking away at your time, tick tock, it's cutting away at your time. Every minute is cutting away from your life. Every hour is cutting away from your life. If you don't look after time, then time will come back to haunt you. This time that we're spending on this earth, every second, minute, hour, day, week, month and year and decade, will come back on judgment day in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah ta'ala will not let your 2 feet move on judgment day until you answer questions. This is not a fantasy, this is a reality. This is not a dream or some lie that somebody made up. This was told to us by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The world can come to an end. The stars can fall out of the sky. But not one word uttered by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam can be a lie. Certain, true reality. Every person will be resurrected. Every person will be brought in front of Allah Ta'ala. Absolutely stark naked without a shred of clothing on their body. No interpreters between themselves and Allah Ta'ala. And Allah will ask them, I gave you wealth, what did you do with it? I gave you knowledge, what did you do with it? The wealth that you had, how did you spend it? Every second, minute, hour, day, month, week and year, tell me what you did with it. The angels who are with us all the time, kiram and katibin, they will be there. The book that they wrote, our book of deeds, that will be there. And Allah Ta'ala will tell us, اقرأ كتابك, read your own book. كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. You are the best as a judge and a reckoner over yourself. You make a decision about yourself. You read your book and you decide where you go. Our book of deeds is our own history book that we wrote with our own hands. Every second, whatever we did, we're writing that book. Good then good, bad then bad, waste then waste. So how are we writing our book? Now that the summer holidays are going to start, how are we going to write that book? Are we going to put in that book things that we will be proud of? that on Judgment Day we can say to Allah, I did that for you. I did all of this for you. I knew that you were watching me. I knew that you were looking at me. I knew that you were always paying attention to me. And I said this and did this and went here and went there only for you. And that Allah Ta'ala on Judgment Day can say, oh my servant, yes, of course I did. I was watching and yes, you did it for me. And today I will reward you. Today I will have eternal gardens for you. Today is eternal success. Go and enjoy yourself for all eternity. Will it be that? Or will it be that every question that Allah asks, we say, ha la adri, that I don't know what to say to you today? Or even worse, will we go in front of Allah and lie and say, I never did that? The angel said he did this and he did that, and we say, no, I didn't do that. He's lying. These books, they're not written properly. And then Allah Ta'ala closes our mouth and makes our hands and feet speak on Judgment Day. And then we start getting angry with our body on Judgment Day and say, Fika unadil, I was arguing on your behalf. I was lying on your behalf. But our body will say back to us, Antaqana Allahu alladhi antaqa kulla shay. Allah made us speak, who makes everything speak. We can't lie in front of Allah. Everything that we do is being recorded. Everything that we say is being recorded. But if we do good, then it's written down forever and forever. It is bad, then it is written down forever and forever. We have free time that is coming. And those of us who are young, you should realize the amount of free time that you have now, you will never get for the rest of your life. If you're in primary school, you have no responsibilities. Your mom and dad might tell you to do a thing here or there, but that's it. The rest of the time it's up to you. Now that the summer holidays have started, yes, you will go to your cousin's house. Yes, you will watch cartoons and things like that. But don't make your whole day doing that. Spend some time in the morning doing some homework, reading some Quran, memorizing your surahs every day in the morning. And then once you've done that, the whole day is free for you. Then the rest of the day, play, be of service to your parents, right? And that's a good day spent. Allah will be happy with you when you do that. Once you come into secondary school, then you'll start to get busier. Before in primary school, you had SATs and different tests. Now you've got GCSEs to look forward to. Now your time will be even more intense. You won't have free time the way you did in primary school. And the closer you get to your GCSEs, the more busy you will be. Lots of revision, lots of textbooks to look through, lots of notes to make, lots of things to memorize. Once you finish with secondary school, then it's college. College is the most difficult out of all of the education. Primary and secondary, and even university in some situations, not as difficult as college. Lots to do, hardly any time. Then after that you can branch out, either go to work or either go to university. Either way, busy. By that time, some talk about marriage will start. Once a new person comes into your life, that's a lot of time that you have to spend with that person, right? That's time out of your free time. More free time, less and less. Then when you have a child, inshallah, then that child needs time. You have to give that child time. And as that child is growing up, from nursery, primary, secondary, college, there's time that you have to give to that person. You don't get more free time, you get less. So that free time that you have now, don't think, I've got time to kill. You don't have time to kill. That is very golden time that you have. Use it wisely. Summertime has come. If you want to go out and say, you know what, I've spent all this time studying, fine. But always keep Allah in front of you. remember that Allah is watching. Think to yourself, do I want to do something in these days and weeks in summer that will ruin my life? Don't think that bad deeds, it's done and it's water under the bridge. No. Respected youngsters, no, don't think like that. One action can ruin a person's life. And the things that we're involved in nowadays, let's be real and let's be honest. Let's have a conversation about this. The zina that a person has access to, drugs that a person has access to, and other harams that a person has access to. Don't think to yourself, I do it and it's done, I can move on, I'm not addicted to that, it's not doing anything to me, it's just a slap on the wrist, I do it and I'm gone. No, it doesn't. It ruins your life forever. You are not the same person after you've done it. In fact, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a person when they're committing a zina is not a believer when they're committing zina. Iman is taken out of their heart. A person who is stealing, at the point of stealing, Iman is taken out of their heart. لا يسرق السارق حين يسرق وهو مؤمن لا يزني الزاني حين يزني وهو مؤمن. These are the words of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Countless opportunities to commit zina, but the one who doesn't do that will get the shade of Allah Ta'ala on Judgment Day, the day when there will be no shade except Allah's shade. And even in this world, a person who has kept themselves pure and clean, then they will get somebody in their life who is pure and clean. الطيبات للطيبين والطيبون للطيبات. Pure men are for pure women, and pure women are for pure men. وَالْخَبِيثَاتُ لِلْخَبِيثِينَ وَالْخَبِيثُونَ لِلْخَبِيثَاتِ. Evil and disgusting men are for disgusting women, and vice versa. You make yourself pure and you will get somebody who is pure. You make yourself dirty and disgusting, then that's the type of person that you will get. Birds of a feather flock together. Zina is dangerous. Drugs are dangerous. Don't think that these are recreational things. You do it and it doesn't matter. It's just a habit. It's just a hobby. It's just something that you do on the side. Never. Anyone who's done it has never been the same again. And you will always live to regret it. Just for those couple of minutes that you spent doing it. Everyone has always regretted. All the happiness will be sucked out of your life. And that chain and those shackles of that guilt that you experience by doing that action, that will never come. You will take that with you wherever. And you will always be ashamed. And Allah forbid, should a day come that those secrets that you kept hidden should come out in public. Everyone's got a phone, everyone's recording all the time. Everyone's always talking. What if one of these days your secrets come out into the public? Isn't our newspapers full of that stuff? That somebody's secret comes out and now is the front page news. Now the person doesn't have anywhere to hide. Their life is over. Is that the life that we want? That we go on in life, get a new job, get a new relationship, a marriage, and then suddenly something comes out on Facebook that you did years ago when you were young and stupid. But now it destroys your life later on. You want that? This is not a life. This is not the believer's life. Believer is a person who is smart, intelligent, sophisticated. Their eyes always on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They don't care about the world. They don't care about the people. They're always looking to please Allah. And anyone who does that and spends all of their time doing that, Allah will look after them. All of their bills, debts, relationship, occupation, happiness in their life, Allah has taken care of that. May Allah Ta'ala help us to understand, inshaAllah. Subhanallah bihamdihi, subhanakallah bihamdihi, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
Once again, on the Fridays, if all the brothers can stand up, it might rain outside, the brothers are waiting outside, so we can make some space for the brothers. Jazakallah khair. Inshallah, as you know, last week we haven't done the tafsir class, so Mujahid is back from his family meeting. Inshallah, this Friday today, after Asr, we have our tafsir class. So inshallah, we'll see you in tafsir class, all of you, inshallah. We have this Sunday, we have Family Fun Day. So we would like to invite everyone to come on Family Fun Day. It will be starting from 11 o'clock and finish 7 o'clock. So we have loads of things, stalls, for all the brothers and sisters you can able to enjoy, including your children and including any of your family members. You can name it. We have food stall, we have bouncy castle, we have PS4, we have other some desi food stall. We have barbecue, we have other food stalls as well, inshallah. So I would like to invite everyone to come. And also our volunteers has asked, because obviously this is a fundraising opportunity for the masjids. At the same time, but first and foremost, I'd like to say, it's not only the fundraising element over there. Obviously, whatever we're going to raise, could be £1,000, it could be £2,000, whatever amount will be raised is coming to the masjids. But that's not the first important things for the Family Fun Day. We'd like to see the whole community coming to the masjid, enjoying a day, and a day which they can enjoy them inside the masjid with their family. So also we'd like to ask you if you can bring your neighbors who are not Muslims, who have never been to a masjid before. If you can able to bring them, it could be your colleagues, it could be your friends, it could be your neighbors. So bring them to the masjid on that day between 11 to 7 p.m., 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And also the volunteers have asked that we would like to get some food donations. So any of you, especially the sisters, if you are able to make any food, which is samosas, pakoras, biryani, anything, you can make it. Our sisters upstairs, you can speak to them, all the volunteers are upstairs, you can speak to them, and inshallah you can donate. So whatever you're going to donate, we're going to sell it, we're going to make some money for the masjid. You get the reward for that to making it, and even the reward for the generating some donation for the masjid. Jazakallah khair.